Reunion. Hello, y'all. I was selling crack on a private jet up in the hell and back. But no confusion, this a reunion. Hello, y'all. Welcome back. Get murder here. He counting money. He said, "Can man, the hell with rap. I'm only here to shit on niggas and piss on bitches. Welcome, ass. I bought jewelry and bikes, nigga. Black Benzes and white Vigors. Now I'm out here and I'm looking for more chandeliers and light fixtures. Nah, I don't like niggas. What's wrong with me? I'm a hype nigga, but this 44 turn to Michael Jordan. I look and say, take flight, nigga.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. Use code MACECAM or STAT to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash with your first deposit and a Jalen Hurts new customer free pick. It's also More Money Monday on Underdog, which means there are profit boost tokens waiting in the lobby for every customer. Doesn't matter if you're new or existing. So we're getting more money today. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts Mase and Cam.
Mase, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's good,
what's
man?
The word, man? How you feel today?
Man, I feel great, man.
Good. That's what's up, man.
I feel great.
Looking good too, man.
You saw my team? Oh
Which
my
one?
goodness. We'll get into it. Pause.
Which team?
Title Town.
You know, I've been to Title Town recently.
You have?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you...
I've been up there recently. we'll talk about it later. Yeah, I've been hanging out in Title Town lately.
We can't make this up, you know.
Yeah, I've been hanging out up there.
Take one trip to Ohio now.
Yeah.
You've been Title Town.
We the same person. I'm glad you know me. I'm glad you know me, but we'll get to it.
Well, I'm glad you guys are feeling great. Today we're joined with our analyst, Michael Irvin. Are you feeling great today?
No, he's not. Mike, please tell me that you went to church yesterday. Did you go to church yesterday?
No, you know what? You know why we lost this game?
No. I need to know, did you go to church? Did you pay your tithe, Mike? Mike, did you tithe yesterday? Because the Saints came marching in, just like I told you.
They came marching in, and I knew, and I didn't go to church on Sunday. Let me tell you, I didn't go to church on Sunday because I had to be at the restaurant so early because the game was at noon. So I had to go prep and get everybody ready. Now, they made me walk out, and right at noon, we have a star in the restaurant. They blew all the smoke, and they said, "You got to go through the smoke." I said, "Wait a minute, I didn't do that in week one." I said, don't make me do it in week two. You're going to mess everything up. You see what I mean? But I walked through the smoke. I swear, I said, God darn it, I know something funny going to go down. I came through that smoke. That's all, man. Yeah. Let me say this, though. Let me say this. I almost called in with that thing they call the COVID. I got the COVID. I couldn't even call the COVID.
Oh, my.
You didn't walk through the smoke, so they lost.
Yeah.
I walked through the airport a little differently. People looking at me. You're looking all down like this, right? It's just different when you lose, man. It just hurts too. I'm not good at handling it.
Oh, man.
Well, we're going to handle that first because as May said, the Saints came marching in to smoke the Cowboys 44-19. What went wrong, Mike?
Everything. First started out, we walked through that damn smoke. Right. After that, everything went wrong. And the truth of it is the Saints came in ready to play, and they were prepared to run the ball down Dallas's throat. I mean, they couldn't stop the run. I swear, oh my God, all I could think about was them jokers they go shove Kamara right back down my throat.
That's first thing. That's crazy, but I'll let it go.
But me saying Zeke, Alvin Kamara, I said, nah, they go, oh man, they gonna hand feed me this joker all night long. I just knew it, Hey, and he always kills Dallas. He always had, most of the time he has a pretty good game against Dallas, man. But that's who killed us. It was Alvin Kamara. He put it on us. And once everybody moved up, they killed us on the back end also.
Wow, Mike getting crazy today. Pauses. Wow.
Oh, let me tell you something though. Let me say.
I'm on the back end.
There's a difference too, and you can see it, right? Like, okay, you see all these teams in the NFL, they're up and down. Like the Dallas week 1 up, some teams week 1 up, some teams week 2 down. Now, every week, Kansas City get a hell of a challenge. And every week, they rise up to the challenge. We clearly get to see the difference between champions and contenders. Like, we ask, is this team a contender? Yeah, they're a contender, but you can be contending all your damn life. You know what I'm saying? That team over there is a champion. And every time you come in there and try to play them in Kansas City or play them anywhere, they play you like you stole something from their mammy. And that's just the difference. It's the difference between champions and contenders. We see it.
I like that take. The difference between champions and contenders. Cam, I see you wearing the Saints colors. You starting to do what Stat does.
That's actually Underdog colors. So if you want code Cam, that's who pays me. I wear the people who pay me colors. I'm just not jumping around wearing people's colors because they won this week. Use code Cam, code Mase, code Stat. And these are the Underdog fantasy colors until further notice. These are the colors that I will be wearing when I'm trying to promote something. These are not the Saints colors.
Okay, that's
their thing.
Yeah, they got their thing.
I got the thing. I break bread with niggas.
Yeah.
When I break bread with niggas, I support their colors. So no, these aren't the same colors. Maybe they are the same color, but I'm not wearing them for the Saints.
You support what supports you.
There you go, Mike.
Look at Mike trying to go to New Orleans Saints on him.
No, that's rule number 1. I got to support what supports me. I'm just saying.
Yeah, man. Look, Mike, you said it all. Last week was the money week for the Cowboys. Everybody was excited. They hugging on the field. Ezekiel was dead. Dak looked like he couldn't do no wrong. And you actually came on this show and said you'd rather have Ezekiel Elliott over Kamara. You actually said that.
He did say that.
Yeah, I asked you who'd you rather have.
I said in this situation, I put some caveats over there. Now, y'all ain't pick all that up, but that ain't my fault. I did put that on the plate. I put it on the plate. I said because of the relationship with Dak, I put a lot of other sprinklings on the plate. Y'all just left it and didn't eat it. You only ate the main course. So, the reality is all of it was in there.
The whole thing about it is that when you eat too much bread before your meal come, you full and don't want to eat the meal, pause. So therefore, I didn't want the appetizer. I didn't want the sides. I just wanted the steak, pause. You said Ezekiel Elliott was you'd rather have him than Kamara. And we thought you were bugging that.
Come back, though, dog. I gotta take that one.
Yeah, I didn't want all the other stuff that was on the plate. So, look, Dak, pedestrian game. He had 200 yards. He had more interceptions than touchdowns. Derek Carr, I told you, this summer year, Derek Carr always plays good. It doesn't matter who he plays for. It's the back end of the year that he's always sticking up. But, Mike, I'm not going to dwell on this too much because nobody expecting anything different except for you. And the people who live in Dallas and the crazy-ass Cowboy fans who think every year it's our year. I'm not going to pile on because we're going to go through this several times during the year. This is going to happen several times because you know why?
But that's what I'm saying. It don't necessarily have to be that several times during the year. So when I make an assessment and say this team can win, Dallas has the talent to win. The only reason it's like that 7 times a year or several times a year or a few times a year because it's only been 5 now. Don't start acting like it's been forever. They've been 12-5 the last 3 years in a row. Not many teams have been that way. Things change in the playoffs. I know that. But the only reason it's like that is because these jokers can't hold up that bearing. That's why I started talking about the difference between champions and contenders. And we got to get them over that hump. And that's not a skill thing. That's just a commitment made, one man to the other. I'm going to get my job done and we're not losing this game.
Let me ask you a better question because, we always just take it too far and we're wrong for even asking if y'all are Super Bowl contenders. Let's make a more realistic question before we move on. Are y'all going to win the division?
Well, the division is going to be won by either Dallas or Philadelphia. I like both of those teams right now. Now, when I see things like today, it's almost, I say, we're going to win the division coming off of that. Come on, man. I can't even say that. So they got to show up and show something better than what we saw today. I mean, they got thoroughly dominated. It put me back in the mode of the Green Bay game in the playoffs, to be honest with you. There was no way to stop them. And the receivers then, once they got the run game going and dominating the offensive line, they were running wide open. And it was just, that was bad. That was bad. So right now, I'll say it'll come down to between Dallas and Philadelphia in the end of the year.
So your answer is no.
So the answer is no. That's what I was going to say.
I'm saying I can't be for sure, not with them jokers playing like that.
The answer is no. It was just a yes or no answer question, Mike.
Yeah. I'm just
playing like this, and you think they're gonna be above Saquon and them is not gonna happen.
But wait. I think they got a good shot at winning the division. Because the division and them in Philadelphia are right there. We saw Philadelphia have some issues too last year. They went 1-6 down the stretch. You guys do remember that. Somebody got to win the division. And we know the Giants or Washington won't do it. So why is this not palatable for you to digest when I give you that? That's that simple.
What I'm saying is, Mike, you're the one making it, whatever word you just said, unpalatable. We asked you a yes or no question. Are they going to win or are they not going to win? You made it unpalatable. You could have just said, we going to win. That's all you could have said.
You was uncertain, Mike.
Yeah, because
not us.
Let me give you an example real quick. And I know I'm going to the top of the top, the creme de la creme. But when the Patriots when Tom Brady played for the Patriots and Belichick was coaching, you didn't even though they lost the division a few times when the Jets had a couple good years, it wasn't really a question about if they were going to win. You would just say yes. They didn't say, well, it's unpalatable. They say, are the Patriots going to win the division? Yeah. Do you think the Jets going to win the division? No. Are the Bills going to win the division? No. Are the Dolphins going to win the division? No. Right now, all you had to do was say yes or no. Now, don't get me wrong. We love you here for your expertise and the words that you use because we learned a lot from you so far in the last 2 weeks. Unpalatable. I love your vocabulary. But to me, if you ask me right now, I'm going to say Philadelphia. I'm not going to seesaw. I know it ain't going to be the Giants or the Commanders. I'm going with Philadelphia. So I don't have to see and all that because I'm not emotionally involved like you are in this division. You're real emotional and you got a right to be. You played in it, you're a legend in it. But these are not the players on the field when you guys were playing. So now it's unfathomable.
Yeah.
No, these jokers not though. These jokers not. It is different. It's different. But in Kansas City, they got them dudes. That's what I'm saying. And that's what I want to see Dallas pick up. Just some of that. Not on my watch stuff. You know what I mean? You go to anytime you go into Kansas City, you got to bring a stick to try to beat these boys. Because hey, Patrick Mahomes is saying not on my watch. You think you got a shot? Not on my watch. That's all. I wish our guys, like you said, our guys now had that like our guys of old used to have that. And maybe they can. So that's why I'm still holding in. Yeah, I'm hurt right now. I'm hurt, but I ain't out.
All right.
The only
Well, look, Mike.
The only problem I got too, and Baltimore coming right around the corner, and they 0-2. Ain't nothing like a wounded dog.
Well, look, man. Look, we got a lot. Listen, they added another game this year. It's a lot of football left, man. You got another 16 weeks, 4 more weeks, man. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. So let's discuss the Bengals. They lost to the Chiefs 26-25. Despite the score, do you guys believe the Bengals should have had this game, Mike?
Yeah. So let me tell you what. And people, we always say this. Losing ain't never a good thing. It's never a good thing. But you can still pull something good out of losing. That game for Cincinnati was a needed game after losing the opener to New England. Because now they wanted to go in and grab all their confidence back by beating the Kansas City Chiefs. But when you play them that hard, we can't talk about you losing to the Patriots. We got to talk about how hard you played the champions. So you picked yourself up off the ground and put yourself back by the champions again by almost beating them. So you can take some confidence even from that kind of a loss because you played them that hard. So yeah, I thought that was very good for Cincinnati, something that they needed, and they got it without getting the victory, which I thought was important.
So you think they regathered their confidence by losing? Is that what I'm hearing?
No doubt. Because you're in the locker room saying right now, they're going for a three-peat. We had the champions. So now we're not going to live on, man, we let the first game without Belichick beat us. We got to focus on what's ahead of us. We got to get these things cleaned up because we can beat the champion. We can beat everybody. That's how they're thinking. Absolutely. Them coaches, yeah, that coffee will be a little sweeter today.
I don't beg to differ, but I definitely do differ. I think it's now time we could put that Joe Burrow conversation to sleep. That he does not beat Pat Mahomes, and he never does when it really counts. So here at Titletown, my name is Mase, and I stand behind this message until proven differently. We're just them dogs, You got.
But they went to the Super Bowl a few years ago. Cincinnati, who they beat to go to the Super Bowl?
Yeah. But you got Pit Bulls, you got Rockwallers, and then you got Cane Corsos. We're bigger now. Pause. We're not them little dogs anymore.
Okay, so y'all grew up. You grew up some more. And that's another thing too.
Yeah.
Remember they were calling Arrowhead Burrowhead. So they
we grew up. And I think Chase found that out, yesterday as well. That we're not certain things we're not going to tolerate. That's what you want to see in Dallas, where a person says, you know what, we're not going to tolerate this. I don't care how good you're playing, you're not going to win today. And it's sad because you're in the Pat Mahomes era. Like when you're in the Michael Irvin era.
Did you see the game?
Yeah.
I saw the score, Cam.
That's why, Mike, I knew you didn't see the game. So that's why me and you on the same page. You didn't even see what happened. I knew he didn't see the game.
No, I saw them playing. They were playing really tough. When they got up
Mike, don't say nothing. Let them tell us about it.
They got up one, and then, it just turned into what it was supposed to. When you're playing champions just find a way to win. That's what makes them champions. It don't matter how close you keep the game.
Did you see the game? That's just a yes. You acting what's the word, Mike? Just use that pleatherable. Yeah, that's what makes us acting pleatherable right now. Either you saw the game or you didn't see it.
I saw a portion of it.
So then, okay, Mike, we could talk because Mason didn't see the game, and he's right, they won. But if you've seen the game, this had nothing to do with Joe Burrows. And secondly, Joe Burrows is still up 3-2. This was a fabulous game for Joe Burrows.
Great. Yeah.
But what I will say is this: football is definitely the ultimate team sport. I couldn't have played football. I really couldn't have. I couldn't have played it because I've been mad at too many niggas.
Yeah,
I've been mad at mad niggas. If I play football, like basketball, you could be mad at nigga too, be upset. But it's just too many people to blame for this collapse. So let's just go to the end of the game. The end of the game, you're up 2 points, and you got the ball with under 4 minutes left. I'm mad at the offensive coordinator for not being more aggressive. You get the ball down the field and you score a touchdown, it'll probably be 2 minutes on the clock, and you're up 9 points. Now, I'm not saying, I know it sounds easier said than done, but them plays you running with soft as shit. You got to be more aggressive. That's first and foremost. Secondly, and that's under 4 minutes. You got the ball with fucking, it was, man, you had the ball with up to with less than 4 minutes. Secondly, Jamar Chase, if you're going to be this angry and cause your team penalties that could possibly get them the game, you got to sit out till you get yourself together. Now, I know you upset, your contract ain't come through, and everybody else is dead and you mad, but you're getting penalties at the end of the game that can also get them a first down, to get them a touchdown to end this game. So you're mad. So I'm mad at Jamar Chase so far. Now I'm mad at the offensive coordinator for not being more aggressive when they could have put this game away. That's first and foremost. So what you don't do is you don't give Patrick Mahomes the ball left with 2 minutes.
That's right.
We all know that. You don't do that.
Right.
You don't give him the ball back.
Right.
So now you give him the ball back with less than 2 minutes to go, and the defense plays outstanding. You play outstanding defense. You get Patrick Mahomes to 4th and 16 with 30 seconds left, or about 38, less than 40 seconds left. 4th and 16. They're about to hike the ball. What do you do if you're Cincinnati? You call a touch. I mean, what don't you do? They call a timeout. Now I'm mad at the timeout, at the coach. So now I'm mad at 3 people. You're mad when you call a timeout to make sure you get the right defensive play to make sure you end this game. Cool. They get back on the field. Patrick Mahomes throws a bomb. What do you get? A pass interference call. On a 4th and 16, when you up 2 on like 35, 40 yards that puts them back.
And they could have let that call go. That was a close.
That was some bullshit. The call was whack. They shouldn't have called it. They shouldn't have called. Matter of fact, Mike, hold on.
Right.
I'm going to Dr. Locks. Let me see Dr. Locks real quick. This is my man from the Gram.
Not be pulled off by any other team in any other stadium in the National Football League. 4th and 16, 48 seconds on the clock. Death, taxes, and the Kansas City Chiefs somehow, some way, being bailed out with the game on the line. You can't make it up. We've seen it all. And listen to Tony Romo immediately start doing tricks on Kansas City.
It's the right call. He got there early. Just the emotions of that play, Jim. That's what gets you. It's so emotional. Your heart rate's up.
What? What did he even just say? Look at this. That is bang, bang. Oh my gosh. No, they can't keep getting away with it. They can't keep getting away with it. What do you want the defender to do? Why wear a ref jersey when you can just put on a Chiefs jersey? This almost looks scripted. Look at the ball land and the flag immediately fly. It's comedy. It looks like it's out of a Key and Peele sketch. And here comes Harrison Butker. It's automatic. He walks it off. We've seen this script before. Almost too many times. Absolute insanity in Arrowhead once again. Oh, and here's Taylor. I'm happy she's happy. Good night.
Shout out to Dr. Locks, man. I rest my case. Like I said, this was all scripted. You cannot blame Joe Burrow for nothing. That kid, they did not have to call that penalty. But I will say, shout out to Dr. Locks, that was a dope take, especially with Taylor Swift at that. And of course, they had to let the Kansas City Chiefs win in Arrowhead in such dramatic form. Shout out to Kansas City Chiefs, but that shit was some bullshit. And you can't blame Joe Burrow for nothing. But Joe Burrow's still up 3-2. And like you said, Mike, he did go to the Super Bowl last time he was fully healthy. He didn't play last year. But I'm not going to argue with Mase because I do agree. Champions are champions. But Joe Burrow's still up, and we still got time, baby.
It's going to be something. It's going to be something. That was a close call.
That was a horrible call. The ball hit him. Ball hit him in his helmet. Pause. Unless there was another pause angle that something happened we didn't see.
Nah, they just like
you
niggas said.
Call it there. right there at the end of the game, you supposed to, oh man, we got to let them play that. We got to let them play that now. You know what I'm saying? See, I think it was a tad, just a touch early, but right there, man, you let that play.
But Mike, look. I'm in the entertainment business. You get that call. We know it. First of all, we got to give the Kansas City kicker. That nigga's thorough. That's one person. Patrick Mahomes and that nigga, Kelsey too, but that nigga's thorough when he got a big leg. Pause. Civil duper pause.
Yeah,
that was great.
Overruled.
Yeah, overruled. We playing overruled. All right, but he got a strong.
I was slow on that, but I think I got it.
Yeah. He got. Well, we skip it. More of the story is he's a very good kicker. But I love the way that Dr. Locke scripted that because after he makes the field goal, who do you go to? Taylor Swift. Hugging. It's not week 2. Hugging and dramatic. The NFL, y'all niggas is in the entertainment business. I'm in the entertainment business.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good job.
Absolutely.
Fucking good job, man. Touche, I will say.
Absolutely.
That was a great case study, evidence in all. Definitely makes you look at things a little differently. But another team that has lost 2 straight games is the Ravens. They lost to the Raiders 26-23. Is this how you guys were expecting their season to start out, Mike?
No way. No way. I had the Ravens winning both of those games, you know. Now, I will say this, though. I was happy for my boy AP because I was like, man, he's going to start and got the job officially as the Raiders head coach. You know, I think they were down +8. They were -8 in this game. And I think I took them as the sure thing because the Ravens were coming off that Kansas City game, that toe tapper that they didn't get them toes in. I was like, they have to win this game. So I was shocked. But pleasantly shocked because AP, but also one of my dudes who I love, Max Crosby. That's a different dude out there. When I went to go visit AP, dog, when I went out there, man, that dude came up to me and he was like, man, I wish I could have played with you guys. I'm a dog like you guys. He's one of them dogs that, you know what I mean, that goes hard. And then he stood up for his coach, for AP to get the job. You know, yeah, man, and he played today now. He hit Lamar Jackson right in the mouth when the game was on the line. And, man, they came away with that victory. So kudos to them. But I'm shocked that the Ravens are 0-2 and coming in here, too. That's why I'm shocked and damn mad. Like, damn, now they got to come in here. Why we go play somebody else and win a game, come in here feeling a little happy right now. But yeah, that's going to be a scary game next week for the Cowboys.
You just said ain't nobody better than a dog beat up. Now you scared. Which one is it, Mike?
Right, I'm scared. Yeah, I'm scared.
All right.
I'm not going to play. Well, I'm scared, Canelo, because what is Baltimore going to do? Dallas just got ran on, they got ran on and in a horrible fashion. And here comes Baltimore, and here comes big boy Derrick Henry, who wanted to play for Dallas and said Dallas never even called him. He's going to find something in that, and then going to try to go. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah, and I don't know if these guys understand. Dudes, guys are coming in here trying to punk y'all. You know that? They're tired of hearing about the Dallas Cowboys. They don't want to just beat y'all. They want to punk y'all and make y'all look like chumps. And y'all just hang in. Y'all want to exchange jersey? Here you go, buddy. Exchange the jersey. Get in a damn fight with somebody. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they get it all the time, man. So yeah, the Ravens gonna be ready to play. I'm worried about that game.
Yeah, I definitely believe the Raiders will come in there and get that game from Dallas. Because right now, Dallas is just lackluster, and I think when it comes to the Ravens, they can't afford to be out 0-3. They cannot afford it. I thought that the Ravens was going to come back with vengeance, being that they fell short, of winning last year. I think they were supposed to come back with we winning every single game, at least get to 6-0, 5-0, something of that course. But it looked like Lamar was playing pretty good to me, and other than it seemed to me like the kickers made the difference in week 2. In week 2, it seemed like all of the kickers made the difference. In all of these wins, you could see somehow where the kickers made the difference. That's my assessment.
Man, you talked all this defense shit, Mike, last week about the Cowboys defense. They something, man. They all right, man. They all right. Look, I don't even know the Raiders quarterback name like that, nigga. I ain't gonna Google or search it neither, man. I know he had 276 yards on y'all. Had an interception and touchdown. All this the defense is something. I'm telling you that right now. Y'all lost it.
Adam had 9 for 110 yards. He's and a touch. So they're getting him in rhythm. Yeah.
Mike, you look like one of my sad older brothers or uncles right now. Your old posture today, I don't like it, man.
I don't like that for you, Mike.
I don't like it, man. You know what I'm saying? But one thing for sure,
1 and 2.
Yeah, man. But listen, back to this.
Mase's right, though. Look at the Ravens. Ravens right now, dude, don't nothing taste right. Because you can't go 0-3. It's like you were in the AFC Championship game last year. This was supposed to be the year Lamar Jackson's second year in the offense, supposed to take a leap, and you were and you're now coming into Dallas 0-3.
Yeah, I don't think they can.
I don't know if these players understand what they're about to play when the Ravens get here. That's what I'm saying. See, the Chiefs will understand it, but I don't know if Dallas players understand.
Yeah, they're gonna run crazy since we know you can't stop the run. And right. I mean, how weak is the defense on Dallas if niggas is quarterbacks is sneaking to get a touchdown on a run? It's crazy.
What I'll say is this, they can't afford to be down 0-3. But back to this game and back to the Ravens overall, I wanted to see who would benefit more, and we still have to wait till later on tonight's game. Out of Philadelphia getting Saquon and Baltimore getting Derrick Henry. And those were my two big the two biggest acquisitions from both teams that I said, these are both good running backs, and who's going to benefit more from that? And it seems like right now, and like I said, we're super duper early, that Baltimore's not benefiting from having Derrick Henry on the team. I don't know if they're not using him right. I don't know exactly what the situation is. To be honest with you, I didn't see this game because I was watching other games because I thought Baltimore would definitely win this game. And I was wrong. And we'll see what happens tomorrow, later on this evening with the Philadelphia game. But definitely not a good start. But one thing for sure, two things for certain. Some teams start 0-2 and you're worried about them. Baltimore is not one of those teams that I think you need to be too worried about. I think they'll figure it out in the next few games. But I wouldn't be too concerned about the Baltimore Ravens. And I would be worried if I'm the Dallas Cowboys and Michael Irvin.
Let me ask you this, though, Killa. Would you be worried if they get down 0-3?
Not necessarily, because it's 18 games now.
Yeah.
Maybe when it was 16 games. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because look, you got.
But we should also just so we informing the audience. Mm-hmm. That's our job also. When you say, man, starting 0-2, getting to the Super Bowl, not many teams have done it. I think the percentage drops down to like 1 or 2%. Not many teams have done it. Not many men have been able to track that track and climb that mountain.
No, absolutely.
But I did. I just wanted to
say, but I did. Oh, he said us something. Oh, he lied us, all right. But it's been done.
He did.
But I did.
Yeah.
Look, Mike, and that's very informative. That's why we got you up here, because you one of them niggas. No disrespect intended. And listen, and to add on to what you were saying, you're right. Not many people are the Dallas Cowboys of the 90s or Michael Irvin. But reason that I'm answering your question is I would be a little more concerned if the extra 2 games wasn't added on. This is the longest season ever in NFL history. So a game or 2 that you may lose early, you may be able to make it up later. And that's just my opinion. I could be totally wrong, but that's why I'm not too concerned. I think it's a lot of football.
Right. In
17.
in the balance of it all. In the balance of it all. You know, we get the 9 and 8 teams right there on the verge. You sneak in the playoffs and may take a run and go on a run. So yeah, it's really competitive. Yeah, you can still get an opportunity.
And then real quick, speaking of the Raiders quarterback, this was a great confidence booster for the Raiders to beat the Ravens because, I mean, Gardner Minshew was mainly a backup quarterback till he had to take the starting position when his QB got injured and then got moved to the Raiders. But next they play the Panthers. I'm obviously expecting them to win that game, so I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders start sneaking up because when we're looking at the game and the schedule, they might surprise us. So I'm not going to knock them completely out, but I do want to make that clear. That's what I think, though. Okay.
Minshew mania. Remember that Minshew mania? You know, y'all remember Gardner Minshew had that Minshew mania going on. Right? So that means, and he's one of them guys, he could hit, you know, a streak and be playing well and doing things, then wearing them old crazy jean shorts that he wears that look like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. He can do that. He can play now. He can play, but he can look streaky.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, and then one more before we go to break. So the Vikings had a 23-17 win over the 49ers. This has a lot of people questioning Brock Purdy's game. Do you guys still feel like Brock Purdy is the real deal? How are you feeling about him right now after seeing that game? Mike first.
Now, I don't know if I said something because I was wondering. I swear I remember I was saying I wanted to talk about this game and say something to you guys about it and say, man, this game, Minnesota, I knew Minnesota was going to be a tough fight for, and I said I like Minnesota, but I don't know if I was a little too scared to even give it a shot to really think they could beat the San Francisco 49ers. But yeah, that was more about, just Jefferson got the big play. But if you saw that game was more about Minnesota's defense. Minnesota's defense was, boy, they were everywhere. And Minnesota's offensive line, if you can block San Francisco's defensive line, you got a shot. And they made plays on that on San Francisco's offense. I don't know, and I want to go back and look at it again. I don't know if it's Minnesota's great defense or is San Francisco offense that missing CMC that much. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because after week one, when your boy had the great running, where everybody said, oh, they don't miss CMC, but when I look at it, I'll go back and look at it in depth and see if that's what I think it is.
Yeah, Jordan Mason did his thing again, you know. But I don't think they could win without McCaffrey. I really don't think they can. Like it's starting to really be like a glaring defect in this team. Even though you got somebody playing well numbers wise doesn't mean they're bringing in enough cachet to get them to win. And that's what it's starting to look like for me.
Right. All the other things that CMC does, you know, on that team, he's a different guy. He's running. Him and Deebo Samuel, those guys interchange. He can go down the field like a wide receiver. Most running backs, and just educational, most running backs, their issue is they can't go down the field. You know why? Because they don't know how to track the football that long in the air. They're used to all of their life somebody handing them a football or short passes. So now you tell them, you can outrun that linebacker, run all the way down the field. It should be an easy play. And you think he just run down there and catch it. When that ball's in the air, he's scared as hell because he's never seen the ball in the air that long and he has to track it. Very few can do it. The Marshall Faulks were able to do it. Guys like Christian McCaffrey can do it.
And what was your exact question, Stat? What did they say about Brock Purdy?
Yeah, basically they're questioning Brock Purdy's game. So I was asking y'all if you feel like he's the real deal or no.
Yeah, 300 yards. Like, I don't be knowing what niggas be wanting. They just lost. Like, niggas every week they gonna question Brock Purdy like he's a Super Bowl fucking candidate fucking MVP candidate last year. He went to the Super Bowl. He's Mr. Irrelevant. He already exceeded expectations. I think he had a decent game. I think Debo played good. But I think is that people are underestimating the Vikings. Sam Darnold, he may have found the home. And we already know what Justin Jefferson brings to the table. Larry was talking about it last week that he's like people are underestimating him. We wasn't on TV, but we were talking about it, that these are one of these sleeper teams. And Mike, I think you actually brought it up as well last week, said that they could possibly be a sleeper team. I don't think this was more about the San Francisco 49ers. I think it's more about the Minnesota Vikings taking things into their own hands and winning. Now, do they need Christian McCaffrey? Yeah. That's like saying, and I'm not sitting there comparing him to John Moran or anybody, but sometimes they be like, oh, you don't need this person when you come off a good win. Yeah, Memphis needs John Moran. And the San Francisco 49ers need Christian McCaffrey, but we're not going to downplay and act like Minnesota isn't somebody to pay attention to as well.
Yeah.
All good points. Okay, we're going to go to break. When we return, we will discuss the Browns versus the Jags. Don't go anywhere.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. What's stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. She wanna be free.
Welcome back. Now let's get into our Underdog Fantasy picks of the day. So today, the Eagles will play the Falcons. Underdog Fantasy has Saquon Barkley at 74.5 rushing yards. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
Higher.
Go higher as well.
Okay. Jalen Hurts is at 233.5 passing yards. Do you have him higher or lower, Cam?
I'm going to go lower.
Yeah, lower.
Okay. And Kirk Cousins is at 224.5 passing yards. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
Kurt got all them franchises. Let's go higher. Let's go higher.
I'm going to go lower. I like Kirk Cousins a lot. But, you know, when I watched him last week, he didn't look mobile. He looked old, like, yo. It looked like a nigga who got old right in front of my eyes, man. I really, really, really like Kirk Cousins a lot, man. But maybe he'll show me something this week. And I tell you one thing, Kurt, listen to me. I'm gonna go lower, pause. But that don't mean I'm not a fan. But what I will tell you is this, nigga. If you don't get it together by week 6 or 7, that kid Penix is in the cut waiting on your job, nigga. He's in the cut about week 6, week 7. You don't get it together, they will be on the sideline. This nigga's Penix on the sideline. Waiting, my nigga. Your job's in jeopardy. I'm rooting for you, nigga. But I'm definitely going to go low on you tomorrow. Pause.
Yeah.
Listen.
I'm with you, Gola. I'm going to go with you, pause, on the lower. Because Kurt, you know, we trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I ain't got time to be doing that with my record, you know.
Fair point. Okay. Remember, Underdog is hooking you up with profit boost tokens for today only. So check out the lobby now and get more money when you win. So make sure you download the Underdog Fantasy app so you can make your picks too. We are joined back with our analyst, Michael Irvin. So the Browns redeemed themselves to beat the Jaguars 18-13. What are you guys' overall thoughts on the game? And do you guys feel like the Browns can stay consistent, Mike?
Well, my overall thoughts are, you said the Browns redeemed themselves. I was really just thinking about Deshaun Watson redeeming himself and all the stuff that he was dealing with and going on around him. I was happy that he played pretty well down the stretch and got the win, even though the Jags had the ball late in the game trying to make a drive. But yeah, you guys know now, this whole week was about after the game he played, and then the accusations came out. It was like, oh my God, everybody's asking about, was that a horrible deal, the Cleveland gate? You know, so I was happy to see the brother show up and make some plays in the Browns to get that win. And I even saw an article where it said Deshaun Watson leads. So they're giving him, that's a positive article. I bet he feels good to see that article. Trust me, I know I'd had all the more bad articles before, you know what I'm saying? I'd had them things. I know what they like.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, Mike, being that you talked about the break-in real quick before I give my opinion on this game. Was it a thing called the White House when you was playing the Dallas Cowboys that y'all had? Something called the White House?
Yeah, we had that too.
Oh, okay.
Had that too. Yeah.
Jermaine Dupri was up here talking about the White House, and he was schooling me on it. I didn't know, and we wasn't that cool yet. We met in Colorado, but Jermaine Dupri was up here talking about, nah, they had the White House in Dallas, Cam. And I'm like, what's the White House? He said, trust me, Cam, it was some shit called the White House in Dallas. And Jermaine Dupri, shout out to Jermaine Dupri, so deaf, he's a little older than me. So he was schooling me to some of the things that may went on behind the scenes in Dallas that I wasn't aware of, but I'll leave it at that. I just wanted to know if it was a thing called the White House.
Let me tell you about it, though.
Okay, good. There you go. That's what I want. I ain't want to put no pressure on you.
Right. Okay.
Trigger him. Yeah.
So you know, I go to the guys and we kind of, we were spending a lot of money on hotels, right? You know, just messing around, hanging out, messing around. I said, man, why don't we put a pool together? You just get this extra house.
Me and you be on the same time, like the time, boy. Me and you.
So right. And it was a big 4-bedroom house. We set all up. We can go anytime, man. We can go anytime. Now, yeah. So we would all go over there. We were parked at the facility where we play, where we practice, and it's right around the corner. The rule was, do not be parking all these expensive cars in the neighborhood, because we got a nice, quiet neighborhood. But, sooner or later, people start breaking the rules. They're drinking and they don't feel like they just come on. And all the cars parked over there. Leon Lett called me and said one time, Michael, I heard they know about the White House. You should shut it down. I said, hey, big fella, you've been watching too many movies. This ain't no New Jack City. I'm not shutting down the Carter. Are you crazy? I said, I'm not shutting down the Carter. I'm not shutting nothing down. 3 weeks later, I was in meetings. It's Wednesday. We're putting in installs. That means we're putting in the plays. And Jerry, they were like, hey, man, Jerry Jones needs to see. I said, no, tell Jerry I'll be up there. Or I'll be up there after the meeting, because I got to make sure they're putting in my play. He said, no, Mike, you got to come now. I went up to Jerry and said, Michael, what's going on? His story's breaking about some White House. I said, oh, snap. All I heard when he said that, I sat back like, oh, snap. I said, Cat told me to shut her down. Damn. You know what I mean? I should have shut her down. Jerry said to me, just tell me the truth. I'm going to fight for you no matter what the situation is. Just let me know what's going on. I said to him, I said, boss, honestly, we were trying to do the wrong thing the right way. We're spending a lot of money on the hotels. I just figured we all get together, get some team camaraderie in, and we got this team camaraderie.
He told me to get some team camaraderie.
There's in there running plays, man. I was in the White House running plays for real, man. Routes and everything else.
Hey, you see what y'all did? That's what Jerry did. Jerry bust out laughing and said, my God, what can I do to you when you answer stuff like that?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that was crazy, man.
So now we know the White House wasn't a myth, man, and we got it from Jermaine Dupri. Thank you for that information, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing was real, boy. That thing was real.
Yo, son, tell me that we getting the PG version of the White House as well.
Yeah, boy, trust me, it was
That's the movie right there.
The White House. Yeah, we getting the PG version of the White House. We gotta get the rated R version of the White House. Well, yeah, real quick. I know I veered off real quick, and I know we gotta go to the next topic. But when I seen this game, I seen two niggas that's getting over $500 million that ain't shit. Not saying they ain't shit, but they ain't worth $500 million. Got two quarterbacks. My nigga, nah. And I'm feel bad for these owners. And Cleveland Brown owner, we already talked about, you fucked the whole market up. And now you got Trevor Lawrence getting $275, I believe. And you got Deshaun Watson getting $230. That's 500 million, half a billion. Would you say, Mike, 500 mills? Two niggas, two people.
That's a half of a billy.
Half of a Billy Bill. And I just don't.
That's real.
Yeah, and I don't like
money.
it. I don't like it when I see this, especially the score. I mean, Deshaun Watson had a great game, but what are we comparing it to? Last week? Of course he played better than last week. Did he play better than Kyler Murray? No. So that's all I have to say.
And speaking of Kyler Murray now, Cam, Kyler Murray, he was the one who said, whose job is it?
Oh, no, we get into that next.
He must have went back. Yeah, he went back and read his job description. That's what he went back and read. Because, hey, Marvin Harrison had about 4 for 130 in the first quarter.
Well, Mike, we about to get to it. Come on, give us a second. You can go like that.
Yeah, so let's discuss Kyler Murray. So the Cardinals beat the Rams 41-10. How are you guys feeling about the Cardinals right now, Mike?
Yeah, and what we talked about, that's why I'm so happy for him. I'm happy, and hopefully he heard us and he learned. Well, should have heard everybody when he said, it's not my job. Now you take that first quarter and you say, wait, okay, we read your job description, your job. Put the ball in the hands of your best playmakers. That's your job. You see, and then he did that. And man, that dude, him and Marvin Harrison, they look like something, especially in that first quarter with those bombs everywhere, man. He found them a couple of times on some great routes. So yeah. I thought that was an incredible game and a glimpse of what it could be. Now he's already a difficult cover. Now you got that kind of difficult cover because he has size and his great fluidity, and then you got that kind of different attack on the back. You can't find that little fella running around. Yeah, that could be dangerous. It could be a dangerous combination.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm glad he came to his senses because, this actually is going to extend his career and make him a better quarterback by finding him.
Yeah, I actually watched this game from beginning to maybe the third quarter. You knew the game was going to be over beginning of the fourth quarter. And when I seen this game start, and like you said, Mike, first possession, not first possession, but the first drive of the game, he was trying to get it to Harrison. He said, we're going to nip this shit in the bud. They talking about us all week. Right. We ain't got time for this shit. We're going to nip this in the bud right away. Like you said, that bomb, the first touchdown when he did the toe tap, Sammy Davis Jr. got his feet in bounds. Amazing. Then he went down and threw another completion about 20 yards, and Marvin Harrison Jr. finished the rest when he ran. Then he extended the ball over the goal line. I said, damn, yeah, that was, I said, these two young boys are going to be really, really good. Then he made I think it was third down, and Kyler Murray scrambled. He's really good scrambling. Then Marvin Harrison Jr. got over for like a 40-yard completion. I said, this game was really over in the first quarter, to be totally honest with you. And it showed what Arizona could be, like you said. Like, they've really beat the brakes off of the Rams early. And it was actually a really fun game to watch, because when I was watching the game actually live, I'm sitting there saying, after that first touchdown, because he tried to target him one time before he threw him the touchdown, he just was just an incompletion. But when he got the touchdown, I said, oh, they tired of niggas talking all week. They said, we're going to end this shit right now, and we're going to try and get this kid the ball. And I like what the coaching staff did. Kyler Murray, I don't know how much that Marvin Harrison and Kyler talked, but it looked like they talked and they said, nah, we can't have this going on all season. Let's get this shit together.
Yeah, Cam, you know what I saw too? Because you're right. Because after the play, I'm still watching to see how they interact.
The body language.
You know what I mean?
The body language.
Right. And I saw them come up, dap heads together, you know.
Right.
So usually when you get in that close to somebody, you're pretty good with them. If they really didn't like each other and they had made a play together, they would have just, something like that.
Right.
It would have been a thumb, a little fist pump or something, a fist hit.
Right.
But when you start banging heads together, like, okay. So maybe they better than we thought. You know what I'm saying? So I said, okay, maybe they got something or got a chance to do something here.
Yeah, and then at the end of the day, you got to realize as well, and we all expect athletes to stay professional and composed because you guys are professional athletes and not have and don't think you guys are human and have emotions. And you ask a guy a question coming off of a loss, and he answers something like that. I don't know exactly when the question was asked, but it seemed like after the game when he wasn't getting Marvin Harrison Jr. the ball, is then when you ask these questions, and somebody may be upset and it's just a heat of the moment thing. I thought it was beautiful that they took care of that and nipped it in the bud early this week.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to wrap it up with the football topics today. Mike, it was a pleasure to have you today.
Mike, thank you so much, man. We appreciate you, man.
Yeah, Mike, we got to shoot a documentary on the White House, man.
Yeah. They have been offering money for that documentary. Because, the White House wasn't just full grown blown. There were stages to getting to that, Started off in an apartment and we needed to grow. What all
You
had to move.
I like that. Thank you, Mike. We appreciate you.
All right, guys. Appreciate it, man.
All right.
So before we end, we gotta discuss the fight. So Canelo beat Edgar Berlanga to give him his first career loss. Given that we interviewed him, if you guys haven't watched that interview, make sure you go back and watch it. What did you guys think of this fight?
Man. I just thought when the way he spoke here, that he was gonna take that energy to the fight. I really was surprised by the switch up, and here at it is what it is. We gotta call it straight. There was a switch up. No,
the switch up is crazy,
right? Because I thought what Canelo did to him, the way he was talking, he was gonna do to Canelo. Is a often rule that people use in boxing, saying that the younger, stronger fighter is supposed to always beat the older, smaller fighter. And that didn't happen. So I think when he got knocked down, it changed the complex of the whole fight. And I also made another observation. His shoes. When niggas fight in shoes that look like they call it, Rick Owens, they go to the ground. Those the same shoes Devin had on. I'm glad I caught that. I caught that. Y'all niggas trying to be fancy when you go into a war. You don't try to look fly in a war. You win the war and come back with the spoils. Don't go out there trying to look good. And I think he kept hitting his shorts like this. And I'm thinking, okay, if you're that aggressive, knock him out. And what happened? What happened, Killa? Switch up.
The switch up. Look, one thing, what I thought about Murder is that what you can say about Edgar,
I think he could have beat Canelo. I'm be honest.
I wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna say that he knows how to sell a fight. He knows how to promote it, because when he was up here, I was like, okay, well, all right. I thought I don't know if I thought he was gonna win. I'm not gonna say that. But I thought he'd get 4 or 5 rounds.
Yeah.
He won 0 rounds. You did not win 1 round, and Canelo walked him down the whole fight from beginning to end. Walked him down, and he had a obvious size advantage. And he walked him down. He knows how to sell a fight, man. And that matters, because some people are good and don't.
Some people are good boxers, but poor advertising.
He said he's gonna have a 6-round knockout on this show, and when I seen him, I'm like, and he's kind of smooth, he was like, at that, So I'm like, all right, maybe we gotta give this nigga a few rounds.
The reason why I say he could have won I thought he could have won is because he's 6'1". Canelo is 5'7". So when boxing, if he had a strong jab, if he would have used his jab, it could have been a different fight. But he just kept going backwards in the corner, which was alarming.
Yeah, he didn't use his reach at all. And I'm not comparing Canelo to who I'm about to say, but man, nigga was taller than Mike Tyson. When you're nice, man. Only reason I don't rock with Canelo like that is because he got caught on steroids. Once you go the steroid route, you're out the books for me. But as far as the skill level, after he lost to Floyd Mayweather, he picked his defense up. what I will say is this though, Mase. When I seen that fight, I was like, he may be just a little too big for Terrence Crawford. If we was thinking about that fight, he's at 168. Too big of a fighter, because if he's doing that to Eggers, I don't think that there's too much of disparity in weight difference.
And another thing, and you're right. Another thing I thought about when I was watching this fight is, why won't he fight David Benavidez? Like, if you keep saying all this stuff, come on, Canelo, you gotta fight Benavidez. I don't know why this fight hasn't happened already. Enough of the excuses. We can't put you in that conversation if there's somebody clearly there that you're avoiding. It's in your best interest to stay away from Benavidez, the Mexican monster. Is what they call him, the Mexican monster?
Yeah, that's his name. Yep.
Yeah, come on now. You fought everybody else. You run everybody else down. You walk everybody else down. You fought Caleb. You fought just everybody. Benavidez deserves a shot. He's been a champion. He's been asking for the fight for the longest. You gave the fight to Egger. Give the fight. And I guess he's saving Benavidez for his last fight.
Yeah, well, listen, man. He handpicked Egger, my personal opinion. And back to the Egger fight, and I agree with what you just said. At least, I don't know, Benavidez. After seeing the skills on Canelo, Benavidez just hit hard, bro. That nigga hits hard, pause.
Yeah.
He's hard. He is hard. But back to the original fight that we were talking about with Egger, and I thought he would win a few rounds. And then I didn't like his corner, what he was saying. His corner, when it was about round 8, and we know he didn't win a round yet, the corner said, "You good? You good? We just weather the storm, baby. Just weather the storm." Just weather the storm, niggas. Yeah. Round 8, you're down 0-8. You got to go knock a nigga out. But when I heard that, I said, they may be here for the check. Just stay cool. Leave with all your senses, weather the storm, and let's get this money. Because you don't tell your fighter to weather the storm down 0-8 and in the 8th round of a 12-round fight. You tell that nigga, you know you're going to fuck this money up. You know it's over after this. We're not going to get this type of payday again. Go knock this nigga out, because you're not going to win on the scorecards. You don't tell a nigga to weather the storm when you down 0-8. And after that, I didn't like it. I didn't like that. And after the fight, Egger said that Canelo his idol. He grew up watching him. He was his favorite. And, you know, he's so happy he gave him opportunity, gave him a hug, and
I just said all of that to sell a fight.
Yeah.
I really didn't like that.
Yeah. I like you, man.
I turned off the TV when I saw that.
When he said he's his idol, I was like, damn. Because we're not easily fooled. I didn't say he was going to win, but I gave him 3 to 4 rounds off the top.
Nah, I really thought he could have won. It's just when I saw the Rick Owens, I knew he wasn't going to win.
Yeah.
When I see niggas too stylish, I just know. You know what I'm saying? Every time when a nigga go night or a nigga lose, is be because of that. I remember when Roy walked out like that. And I was like, yo, this is not good. Niggas like, man, that's Roy. Next thing you know, Roy was under the ropes. I almost cried. That knockout hurt me.
Well, in the comments down below, let us know what you guys think about the fight. But that is all the time that we have for today. Thanks for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. 2 Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.